Hi guys, welcome to channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make cevapis. Cevapis are like kofta style grilled meat patties that I'm using lamb mince and the beef mince for this recipe, and I just get them from the Woolies, the Woolworths. I found them like really cheap actually, so it's just gonna cost me $13 or something for that 1 kilo mix. And I had a bread crumb, bicarb soda, salt, white pepper, a bit oregano, 2 medium-sized onion and one piece of garlic. So it's actually really cost-effective, delicious food that you can prepare anytime for lunch, dinner, or pre-made it for next days for working week. And we started with get the mince in the bowl, add some salt and oregano, grating the onions with the thick part of the grater. Piece of garlic as well, and grating with the thinner part of that. You can even use microplane, or you can pound the garlic, or you can just use the garlic smasher or whatever the tool you have. Basically that's the mixture, and all the detailed grams and recipe I'm gonna give you down below on the recipes. So basically after all the grating onion, garlic and everything, we're using a breadcrumb. This is a 220 gram package that actually I used. Actually I'm not really sure, that as you see it's probably like 100 gram of the breadcrumbs, and adding a 2 teaspoon of bicarb soda. Just make sure that bicarb soda sometimes having a rock looking like piece of like a thick pieces that you need to smash them with your fingers and just get them in a fine powder. Make sure just use the gloves, that I forgot the gloves, and put the gloves on. Just adding a bit, half a teacup of water, and just like I guess like 10 ml of olive oil, 15 ml of olive oil. That's because of that olive oil and water we just combine the meat and the breadcrumbs and get a bit more like smoother texture. So bicarb will work better in this way as well, so bicarb can just mix very well. So actually the kneading this mixture is gonna take a bit time, so you need to knead it like 3-4 minutes constantly to make sure this mix very well, because all the grated onions and garlic, that all the flavors that combines together as you go while kneading it. And as soon as you finish kneading and you are thinking that your mixture is like fine, then just put in the fridge for 15 to 20 minutes to rest. In the meantime, start preparing the salad that I'm using: iceberg lettuce, carrot, red onion and a bit parsley. It's up to you, that whatever you want to use. Just roughly chop the iceberg lettuce that been rinsed and washed already. For carrot I just use like 1 piece carrot, but I just done a bit like juliennes, but I didn't want to continue with the julienne, so you can just grate the carrot into salad just with the thicker part of it, and thinly slice of the red onion, and just put together everything in a mixing bowl. Salad almost ready. And this is something up to you, that you can use just like radishes in there, or different type of lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers. It's all just up to you. So start doing this beef patties that I took out from the fridge, that they've been rested 20 minutes. Have a little cup of water, because you need that water to prevent the stickiness of the meat in your hands. And just when you get them all together, in the same time you can start your charcoal. If you're cooking in the charcoal, you can cook them on a pan or like a gas grill or sort of thing, that you just need to have like a really good heat surface to cook them. So actually it's a bit tricky, but yeah, I like cooking them on charcoal. So I had my iron cast grill on the top of the little barbecue, placing the patties first on the really hot surface in the beginning. So you need to make sure that they're seared on the both sides nicely, otherwise they're not gonna get released from the grill easily. And as you see, the side ones are like a bit sticky than middle parts, because they're like seared perfectly. Anyway, so you're just rotating them and just making sure that your hit's there. And as you see that how the cevap patty is getting like a little fat, and the juices start dripping on the sides. They're just kind of like a little balloons with the juice pumped in it, because they get steamed in there. As you see that I got one piece as a sausage shape, that original CHEVAP's actually in the sausage shapes, but you can just do them as a like a little discs, medallion sort of things like that, like a slider patties, or you can just make them into the sausage shape. Some people use them in like piping bags and then pipe them into the bench, on the corner of the bench, sort of like creating like a finger size, like a sausage cylinders. Well, yeah, as you see that I'm just playing with the CHEVAP patties on the fire, just turning them around, just making sure that all the corners, edges are like grilled and seared, not overcooking them ideally, and just if some of them is like under, I just place them back on the high heat area and then just get them on a bag. So it's a bit like cooking technique here. If you're doing on a grill or like gas grill or a pan, just make sure you get a bit oil on the pan on the grill and just place them on the grill and just make sure that pan is very hot in the first stage, and just do not put too many in once, and because all the fat content gonna be collected on the pan if you're doing in the pan, so your kofta start pushing in the fat rather than cooking like searing on the pan. So just watch out, but I highly recommend you do it on a barbecue or grill. Oven is not really recommended because oven gonna take time to cook them and they will dry it out and all the juice is gonna get ruined. So even these patties, next day I heat them up and eat, they were still like juicy and soft inside, so it's amazing. And obviously I can tell I never use a recipe like someone's recipe or like grams while doing sort of thing, but this one was the best I ever done it. So this is going in YouTube, that's why going to meet with you guys, so you can do this. So this is the best, because why? Because of the lamb gives really good smell and flavor of that. The fat of the lamb drips on that, and the smokiness, amazing, so delicious. Can be your like a weekend barbecue, can be your like dinner barbecue, or like you can cook like lots of this and just place them in the fridge or like freezer, just defrost them and heat them up and serve with them like tomato sauce, chips or whatever. It's delicious. As you see that they cooked and I'm just resting them on the sides of the grill, and I don't want them straight directly on the heat because they will get burned and dried out. So it's take your time, just place them nicely on the grill, cook around it, make sure they're nicely colored, do not ruin the juices on them, and as you see, just keep them on the side if they cook, just rest them a bit and then done. So if you want to do like side cooking, chips or whatever, the salad, just get them ready on the plates and you can start serving your koftas. I mean, keep saying kofta, but they're just CHEVAPs. Same thing. They will be actually a bit more kofta than CHEVAPs because of the shape, because CHEVAPs usually have sausage shape and people use them like skinless sausages. As you see that one piece there I used, it's like a sausage, so you can do that. It's actually like a traditional looking shape, and it's because of the people in the shops and restaurants prepare this one with sausage attachments, and they easily store them, easily cook them because they're cylinder shape. But whatever, this is the shape I did, and you can do either shape, that whatever you want, it will work. It's the same thing in the end of the day. Well, I can guarantee that this recipe was the best one, so stick with this recipe and you get always good results whenever you're doing that. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I just leave you with this video and watch that how they finishing up. So see you in the next video. Thank you.